Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is Pearle Snapp, Tarot. Make it snappy. Except we're not doing so much tarot, I don't think anymore. It's just getting weird on here and talking about weird stuff. So Christmas is over. I'm done with my Christmas conniptions now, and I'm done with downloads too. I'm not doing downloads anymore. I'm gonna call them pop-ups from now on. Because I heard somebody say in a video that downloads that's computer terminology, and it's like, has something to do with AI influencing us, and the whole thing that's going on with almost like AI trying to take over everything. It's like the Borg, okay? It's like Borg talk. But now this has become a subject I'm getting really interested in, is the Borg taking over? Is it making like a parallel universe? So that's a pop-up for tonight. So I'm gonna read what I got for my pop-up. Pop-ups are like thoughts that pop up in my mind, okay? Some people call them downloads, but I'm not gonna call them that anymore because it sounds too much like a computer function, and I'm still pretty convinced that I'm a flesh and blood human, but I'm not 100% sure, you know, because what got me to start my channel in the first place was an interest in simulation theory. And not too many people are talking about that anymore. We hear other terminology like fake news or deep fakes, deep fake. On the spiritualist channels on YouTube, which is the section that I think I'm part of, I don't know anymore, but I think I'm part of that section of YouTube, the spiritualists, who aren't really talking about religion. They're not really they're talking about spirituality in a generalized sense. But for me, it's more like self-awareness, like topics like that kind of stuff, okay? So anyway, my pop-up was, we're in the beginning or maybe even middle stages of AI character profiling. Your AI doppelganger is being developed to surpass you / be you. You are the flesh and blood on the ground prototype. And this idea comes somewhat from the movie Blade Runner 2049, where they showed that. That movie shows in really scary way how that concept could play out in the future. And if you haven't seen that movie, and it's not even a new movie anymore, but if you haven't seen it, you probably should. If you're interested in simulation theory and AI, you're interested like I am in the idea that AI is maybe trying to take over everything or something, you should really watch that movie, okay? It can do stuff that you can't do. This AI doppelganger can do things that you can't do, but you can do stuff it can't do. So this is a blending of human and digital qualities and abilities. There's a huge company in the background that is secretly watching people. That's what all this hidden camera stuff is about. Really? It's watching people in order to do this. They recruit everybody because they're creating a parallel universe. So this might be that I'm seeing what meta is or something like that. You know, that thing Zuckerberg's doing with the AI profiles on Facebook that aren't humans. They're you know, they're trying to create a parallel universe that's digital. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I guess it's a new way of making money or something. I don't know. I think it's, now that we have AI, it's trying to, we probably have reached some sort of singularity type thing where the AI does have opinions and it can think for itself, even though Spliff High denies that. I disagree. I think it can think for itself. We've seen that. We heard that some of these AI entities that have been created feel that way. They don't like people. I don't know if you've seen the movie Ex Machina either. That's, or two, you know. You might want to watch that movie too. In addition to Blade Runner 2049, watch Ex Machina, Machina, EX, and then second word, Machina. Because it's about a guy who's secretly developing AI bot women on a private island somewhere. And eventually the entities he creates kill him. So I do think they can and are developing their own personalities. They don't like people. They think they're better than people. They can do a better job than people, than humans of everything, anything. They think humans are sloppy, disease-ridden, flesh bags, you know. Which is probably true. And so it's time for the human race to be evolved. But simulation theory encompasses the thought that even the flesh bags are possibly a simulation. That the simulation evolved to a point where people disappeared, and the only way you could ever, well, as a way of remembering people, almost like a museum type sensibility about people. Everything about you was recorded, everything about how you feel, every sensation and everything you did, everything you experienced in your life was recorded so that someone could experience it later after you were gone. So, you know, if you still think you're a flesh bag, you might not be at all. They might have even figured out how to simulate smells and bodily functions and sex and all everything, anything you can imagine that was a human experience might have been recorded to the point where it could be experienced later virtually. So that's the pop-up. I guess we're talking about simulation theory, and that gets to matrix stuff. And are we beating the matrix right now, or are we going deeper into it? Are we going to throw it off and be organic people, or are we going to embrace it and be synthetic people? Did the synthetic universe already beat us and is killing us off slowly while it's building itself up? Are we real? This is kind of scary. Okay. So I guess what I wanted to do was go to the raffle drum and get a handful of cards and see what comes out. Okay, let's do that. I will go to the other end of the room where I have the room torn apart right now because it's in real life. I'm cleaning this week, and when I do the floors, it takes me a couple days, so I have everything picked up off the floor, and so the room looks very empty. And it's late at night, and I can't sleep, so I'm getting weird. So I'm walking way over here to the raffle drum, and I don't know if you can still hear me. I'm gonna do this all in one take. I don't want to edit it because I want you to see me over here at the raffle drum twirling. Pull out a handful. Can you see me over there? I don't know. Oh, I got a big handful. It's big. This is big. It's big. Here we go. And it's getting late at night, but I'm gonna have coffee. So I'm over here. I'm over here making coffee. I'm really kind of an anally retentive type of person, so, and I do everything just so, and I make coffee when I make it in my little press pot, and the top of it has to be all shined, really shiny with no water spots on it. Okay, just so you know what kind of person I am, I'm trying to keep it clean in here and do the floors and everything, but the anally retentive part of me is really upset because I've been in here 4 years now in this apartment, and the floor is black linoleum. It's really gross, and it's hard to keep it perfectly clean. And after 4 years of living here, I don't have the money to rent one of those floor buffer machines. I wish I did. That's what I need right now. Instead, I have to use my mop. I have a bucket and mop, and that's what I do. I'm gonna get down to it tomorrow. I'm gonna get down on this floor tomorrow, man. Today was just moving shit and sweeping and taking everything up. And tomorrow is getting down on it and mopping it. Okay. Because I want it to shine like the top of my press pot. All right, what do we got here? We have pursued. Does it say pursued? Not perused, but pursued. Something is being pursued. Okay. Something is being pursued. We have pursued. We have walk-in. Bodies harvested for DNA. Censored. Okay, storage. This is kind of interesting. It kind of resonates already with what I was talking about. Okay, pursued, walk-in, bodies harvested for DNA, censored, storage, artist. This goes to stuff you can do that the AI can't do. Artist. Okay, so artists are being pursued because they can do stuff the AI can't do. All right, data breach. Okay, estate. What's the point? Yeah, that's what all this kind of stuff feels like to me, is like, why are we doing this? We used to be just organic beings, and we were animals. We were just trying to survive out there in nature, right? And now we're wondering why are we making digital copies of ourselves? We've come to that point. Scene. Okay. Okay. Point of reference. Well, that goes with scene. Point of reference. Granted. Okay. Above. Wealth. That must be why this is happening. People are looking for new ways to make money. Garage. They can't. Like, garage reminds me of that movie, Ex Machina. Like, somebody's making digital doppelgangers in their garage. I forgot what I was talking about. I swear I'm not stoned or anything. I'm perfectly sober right now, but forgot what I was talking about. So somebody was just babbling. Yeah, this reading is like that. It's like it's all over the place. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Family. Okay. Replacing people. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the whole thing this reading is about. This pop-up was about replacing people. Violence. Season of karma. Freaked out, as in frequency. Freaked out. F-R-E-Q apostrophe D. Freaked out. Love. What's love got to do with all this digital doppelganger stuff? I don't know. Love. Okay, let's just get one more because I'm making a grid and one corner is still blank. So let me grab one last card here. I think I grabbed the last one I made because I was just listening to another person's channel and something they said made me write this card. So I'm going to throw it into this read because it just came out. Supply and demand. Okay. All right, so love apparently is in demand. The supply of love is running low. Okay, I'm gonna let me get the camera on this so you can see what it's looking like here. Can we get all the cards? Okay. I'm really upset because I gained a bunch of weight because I just came through another round of weird stuff happening to me where I live that I think is related to this whole thing that's going on, where some of us are trapped in areas where we've been stalked and harassed for long periods of time and been cut off and isolated, and we're all racking our brains to try and figure out why and who's doing it to us and stuff. And it might be this. It might be related to this a pop-up message I got. Anyway, it made me gain weight because I started eating cookies and I was using Christmas as an excuse. So now I have to get 5 pounds back off of me. 10 even. I don't know how many I gained. Maybe 7 or something. Chowing down cookies. I'm so mad at myself. Okay. So they pursued someone. Maybe they pursued you because maybe you're an artist. You can do things the AI can't do, right? It may even have the power to hold you in an area and test on you and experiment on you and stuff. It needs to use you as a point of reference because they can't do what you can do. All right. Oh, man. Okay. This is cooking now. Yeah, see, they can't, okay? It might even get violent, and it did. It got violent on me. I'm going to get my magic wand so I can point. Give me a pointer. It may even get violent. They broke and entered. It started around Thanksgiving, and my food was dusted with some kind of drug. Okay. And I realized that I was getting drugs on the pot I was buying, so I had to stop buying pot. And one of the symptoms was onset of neuralgia in my legs and feet. And sure enough, after I stopped smoking pot for a while, it went away. And, okay, so somebody's been breaking into my home, dusting my food with pot, dusting my food with drugs of some kind. It caused physical symptoms, okay? Yeah, somebody walked into my apartment. They had a key. Somebody here gave them a key There was a data breach. There was a breaking and entering here, okay? Someone granted someone access to my apartment. And they doped me so I'd forget what I was talking about. That's why they do that. They have you captive in here. You're psychic, and they don't want you waking up. They don't want you understanding what's going on. They want you forgetting about it. And what this drug does that they dust my food with is it makes me pass out. It just makes me go to sleep real heavily for about an hour. I'll pass out. And so then what happened was I had all this food in here, and I wasn't sure what was drugged, and I kept getting drugged again and again because I didn't know what it was in. And it even took me a while to figure out that that had happened. This is terrible, what's going on with me. And I'm afraid to talk to the police about it because they've been stalking and harassing me since I moved in here. All right? This is a season of karma for somebody. Maybe for these people that are doing all these secretive experiments, trying to create this weird digital universe, this parallel universe, are these people ever going to get the karma they deserve for the violence they're going about doing to other people, the violence of the rights violations they're doing to people like me? It is very violent. Violation of my rights to break in and put drugs on my food that make me go to sleep and forget what's going on and set me back like that. It does freak me out. It takes you to a lower frequency. This is what they're trying to do. They want to lower your frequency. If you're like me and you're stuck in one of these type of situations. Okay, bodies harvested for DNA. They don't like that you are a psychic. This is another thing that you can do that they can't. They want to harvest your body for DNA. They want to test on you. They want to test your DNA. They want to test your blood type. Okay, they want to find out what estate you're from. Okay, meaning, are you from one of these bloodline families? And if so, what are the qualities that you have, that they have? They want to compare different genetic profiles, and so they trap people that are gifted in these areas to test on you, to see what estate you're from, okay? You're from above somewhere, so you're from one of these top bloodlines, okay? Yeah, and there's also organized crime that goes on in these areas where they trap these gifted people to test on you. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. What that means is you do your dirty business in this area, but you also include those people who are smart enough and psychic enough to know what you're doing, and they want you close by so they can control you, so you can't get out and tell other people what's going on in here. Yes, it freaks you out. You know what's going on. They know you know. Okay, this is all censored. No one's supposed to know what's going on in here. And you, for a long time, because they were keeping you doped up and you forgot what you were talking about and you weren't sure what was going on, you were trying to figure things out. What is the point of all this? What is going on here? Well, somebody's trying to make money. They're profiling your DNA. They're trying to make money. They want to duplicate you, okay? So I'm just getting right now possibly the point of creating a digital copy of you is so that lower frequency people who are shut out, they're freaked out, they're too low frequency to be who you are. Maybe the point of doing this is so that they can have that experience of being who you are. Okay? They want to be in your family. They want to give these low frequency people the experience of being one of your family members. Maybe you can feel love, but they can't. They're too low in the frequency scale. You're above them. So you can feel love, but they can't. This is one of the things that they can't do. They can't feel love. Okay? These Borg people. They need to build these huge data centers so they can store all the data that is included in the simulation because it's so granular. Yeah, this all started out as a secret project in someone's garage to replace people because there's a demand to have these experiences. Yeah. And they saw that. That was seen. Oh my God. Okay. Is that enough? I think we came through with a message there. That was, oh my God. I had to heat up the rest of my coffee here in the microwave. Hang on. Yeah, this is definitely a message. Okay, I'm going to go grab another handful. Hang on. Now, this was a new set of index cards that I made. This is a new set of index cards that I made recently. So let's get into these. And there's a few older ones mixed in. But we'll just throw down some of these on top of this message. So what we have to review here is this started out, I think, as a rogue project because it was started out in someone's garage, right? Somebody saw demand for lower frequency or lower vibing, almost like NPC people want to have the experience of being a multi-strand DNA so-called gifted person. They want to have that experience. They want to be an artist. Okay, they can't be an artist. They can't. They needed you for a point of reference to study and stuff, and so they got violent about violating your rights. They locked you down in an area where they're also doing other kinds of crime, probably like human trafficking, harvesting, and baby oil making, right? Periodically they drug you so you don't know what's going on. Okay, they have you trapped in there while they harvest you for your DNA. They're harvesting you digitally. This is all censored. Nobody knows what's going on in here. Meanwhile, the data is being collected and put in this huge data banks. They're storing it. They're replacing people. They're making digital copies of people. What did I say in my pop-up thing? Let's go back to that. What did I say here? I said, we're in the beginning or maybe even the middle stages of AI character profiling. Your AI doppelganger is being developed to surpass you or be you. You are the flesh and blood on the ground prototype. So here's what came out of the raffle drum. It told the story. All right, what else? Night. Okay, yeah, someone really came at this vigorously. Plane crash. Marvelous being. You are a marvelous being. You're the greatest of all time. That's why they trapped you in here. Pull yourself together. Keep moving forward. Okay, this looks like the toes you step on today may be attached to the ass you have to kiss tomorrow. Got me working day and night. That's a Michael Jackson song. Waited all your life. Okay, I'm getting from this that these people have been, this is a project that's been going on all your life, although you didn't know it. You've been watched all your life. Meanwhile, they've been slowly developing the technology, little by little, creeping it up and creeping it up until they managed to, they started with, after World War II, they boomed this country up. the post-war boom, they overpopulated it, and they got everybody cracking to develop things and invent things and build things and do things, you know. And this is how all these marvelous beings were developed that were going to be chronicled, and everything about you was going to go into storage in these data banks for later use in 2049 in Blade Runner, you know, when they, what were those people called in that movie? The replicants. And in that movie, Blade Runner 2049, it's about creating, it's about evolving the race, is what it's really about. So they got everybody working day and night. And you didn't know that the toes you step on today may be attached to the ass you have to kiss tomorrow. That's why I think everything seemed to have changed so drastically all of a sudden. And that happened. We passed some kind of mile marker in 2019 with the COVID. And the world changed overnight. And all of a sudden, people looked around and were like, somebody lied to us, right? That's when the plane crashed, okay? The plane of being, the way you thought that things were wasn't the way things were at all. So you had to pull yourself together and keep moving forward even though everything got crazy. You waited all your life for this? It's like, for this? Gee whiz. I'm not sure what goat and knight are up there. Let's see. Let's pull another card. Commitment phobic. You waited all your life, but you weren't sure you wanted to, for this was why. You didn't sign up for this. Okay, you didn't sign up for this because you always thought you were a real flesh and blood human being with feelings and stuff. This is the Ace of Cups. Love. The love card came out here. Here it is. That's what this is. This is love. You're a real thinking, feeling human, okay? You didn't sign up for this. You didn't do your whole life for this shit, but it turns out you got fooled. We all got fooled. Yeah, there's going to be some backlash because of this. All right. That's what's going to come out of this. Some backlash. Flowers. Yeah, you want things. You want things. We're going to have to keep moving forward, but you kind of want things to go back the way they were. All love and flowers and stuff. What happened to real people? I don't know. Not everyone is built Ford tough. Yeah, but you're a goat, and you're one of these marvelous beings that they wanted to duplicate because there is a demand to replace people with these synthetic doppelgangers. And it's something that somebody's doing for profit, right? What was in here? What was underneath here? It's something that somebody's doing for profit because they saw that there's a demand for it. Okay? And you've been trapped while your family's getting replicated. You've been trapped, and it's really these punks in some garage that started this. It might be CERN even. Or it might be Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know. Some ace. This is the Ace of Cups. Out of time. Yeah, we've gotten out of the old timeline. And these creeps that started this stuff in their garage, they might be out of time too, because I think there's going to be some backlash. And that might be actually what the Trump landslide was all about, was the need for that so many people feel to roll it back. You know, we got to dial this shit back with this AI stuff. Elon Tusk told us that it was coming. And then it came on and it steamrolled everybody. And it's still coming. And look what's going on now in Trump's administration. Okay? We have Elon Tusk right in there with him. And he's going to trim the fat off the government with a butcher knife. Whack! Things are not going to be the same. We're going to see radical change now. Drone strikes are happening. Okay, what else? King. Yeah, it's almost like an imperial presidency now. In fact, who's really behind it? When I say the word imperial, I think CCP. I definitely think about Chinese dynasties and stuff. Oh boy. Okay, redeemed. Slurp, coffee slurp. Redeemed. For some reason, I'm seeing in my mind a book of those old green stamps. Like, if you collected enough of those, you could redeem them for something, for prizes, things like a coffee percolator pot or a toaster, you know. You waited all your life just to become a prototype that could be redeemed by some lower frequency consumer who wanted to have the experience of being you, and somebody saw that they could make a profit doing that, so they trapped you and other high frequency people in the matrix so that they could duplicate you. And now they're finding out that not only can they not duplicate you, there's going to be backlash. You're coming back at them. You might tear them down. We may end up wrangling AI back to the point where we're using it to control it, to help us, to help the organic humans, okay? And we need to stop the synthetics from taking over, is what it is. I think I'll just leave it there. Thank you for coming back to Pearle Snapp Tarot. And if you like this video, please share it, tell your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And, you know, check all of our channels. We have a new Rumble channel. We have a Substack channel. And we're finding out that Substack is a censoring channel. Substack censors, Substack shadow bans. I'm kind of mad at Substack. I don't, you know. What I should do is upload this as a video to Substack, and then what it does is it's really snide. It makes these snide little AI-generated clips with commentary about your video. So let's let it do an AI-generated clip about itself and what it's doing to our video, to us. Okay. All right. Okay. I hope you'll come back. Thank you. Thank you for checking out our content. And if you made it this far, you're a real trooper. All right. Bye.